So a while ago, I was scrolling through the Deadlock Reddit when I came across a post that piqued my interest. New horrendous strat using Haze, Viper, and Calico. Super broken, win every game. Calico flies around enemy spawn impossibly fast with Torment Pulse and Magic Carpet. Minions get knocked off the line and have to walk across the map, causing all 3 enemy lanes to always be at disadvantage. Even if losing, stall the game until Haze/Viper become impossibly strong late game and go brrr. Naturally, I was interested. An unbeatable strat? So I looked into it, and I found one of the most interesting things I've ever seen in Deadlock. Here's how it works. Move speed stacks with Magic Carpet. So if you're a Calico in cat form and you carpet, you can do this. From there you get Torment Pulse, so while you're on the carpet, you can zoom around the enemy's base using the pulses to knock their trooper waves off of the zipline. But why? What's the point? Well, if a trooper wave gets knocked down, it has to run to lane, making it much slower than your troopers on the zipline. Because your waves are faster, they start to build up, and because there's more of them, they'll kill the enemy wave. This means that while this is happening, waves basically auto-push towards the enemy, giving your team pressure. Also, it's hard for the enemy team to even realize that this is happening, because Calico in cat form doesn't show up on the minimap. So a team needs pretty decent communication to even figure out that this is going on. Then if people go to stop Calico, she can use ult, cat form, and carpet to run away and lead them on a wild goose chase. And for every person she gets to chase her, that's one less person pressuring her team on the map, meaning that they can look for fights or for objectives with extra numbers. It's all pretty interesting, and I understood the theory, but I was wondering how it would actually look when used in a game. So I booted up the replay from the post to check it out. Just a heads up, the replay is from before the shop update. I was about to do this video, but then the shop update came out, so it kind of got put on the back burner, but the strat still works in current Deadlock. My OBS also booed me on recording the first part of the game, but the Calico went like 0-3 in lane. Her team was pretty behind, but then they managed to find some picks to make it a little bit closer. I definitely think that Amber Hand could have had this game. They had a pretty solid advantage, but in the grand scheme of things, it's pretty even right now. Bro, the cat stacking with Magic Carpet is kind of stupid. We gotta be honest, right? God, it's fast. She can't even control it in the building. Look, that's crazy. So I'm wondering when, because according to the Reddit post, at some point she buys Torment Pulse, and at that point it just becomes like unbearable to stop. I just don't know how, if you get to the stage of the game where it's this late, like I was envisioning this proxy strat to come online a lot earlier. Like I know you need Magic Carpet and Torment Pulse for it to work, but at the same time, like if all the walkers are broken, is proxy strat really that impactful? Okay, so now she has Torment Pulse, so let's see. So she flies into the zipline to knock them off with the Torment Pulse. Okay, getting comboed here. So here, presumably, she gets punished for going for it. But ult, you have your ult to try and dip if you... Ult plus cat? Bro, how does the cooldown on cat work? I've never looked into it. Truly one of the characters of all time. So you can see her boost, speed boosting with the carpet, just to the wave, catching the wave super fast. Honestly, even if you're not using this build to do the proxy strat, just using it to rotate on waves is pretty strong while walkers are up. Like, I honestly feel like the build has come online too late for her to be that useful. Like, maybe you should just go more wave clear. Like, I don't know, you just build a little bit early game and then you're mostly building, okay, this Vindicta's, she's trolling a little. I mean, I guess she was catching wave there, but... Okay, so now all the walkers are down. So how does the proxy strat create enough pressure in order for them to actually capitalize on it? Because she hasn't really proxied at all. So here's Ava plus Cat, Dum Stupid Fast. There's 2 people on her, but they can't catch her. She knocks off a wave, goes into their base. So here's what she's doing. You do need to know your wave spawn timings too if you're gonna do this. So she's in their base. Okay, here we go. Knocks 1 off, knocks 2 off, runs the last one down, knocks 3rd off. Okay. And her team with the extra pressure is doing what? Rotating for pick. Sprint in a base, as you do. So she's got 3 people on her right now. Magic Carpet's back into their base to knock the minions off the line. There she should have shot the last one off the line and then gone cat. Okay, she's getting ulted here. She is absorbing like 4 people's attention right now, and while her team's running Urn. Like, if you're Amber here, you should just ignore her and go deal with the Urn. Because the Urn is gonna be a 5v6 if she's fucking around in your base. I understand that all your waves aren't pushing how you want them to, but... So Sapphire's up right now while she's doing this strat. This is creating enough pressure. Like, the thing is this does create pressure for your team to be able to, like, farm jungle really hard. But with no jungle, is it still worth going for? Okay, so she's looking to go do the strat. Infernus is there. At least you don't get knocked off the line. Okay, so she shoots to knock them all off the line. Bebop sees her tomfoolery and punishes her for doing it. Like, here, I don't think knocking them all off the line is that good. Maybe that's just me. Like, I guess you're trying to create pressure for mid-boss, but I don't. And it really only works because the Haze is soloing it. Amber is not losing this game because of Calico. They're losing this game because the Haze is 33k, the Viper's 36k, and I don't think that the stuff that Calico is doing is creating an opportunity for that. I don't know if I see the vision. I'll have to try it myself. So she just full on runs past Infernus, sprints in a lane. Okay, so they spawn in. Knocks 1, knocks 2, knocks 3. And just carpets out. I think Infernus and Mo are trying to back up to stop her. And it's kind of tricky to do because you can't see her on the map while she's in cat form, right? Certainly tricky. She has duration extender for the cat. Goes back in. Knocks more off the line. Okay. So what is this pressure doing right now? Her team's kind of getting jumped. They can run Urn, which is good, obviously. They don't have waves, so their minions aren't pushing up in order to, so they don't really have pressure to zipline to go stop this Urn. I mean, I don't know, in this position, like, you guys have reju, you can just fight, right? Like, this shit is unnecessary, no? Like, well and truly, I think this game is over regardless of what Calico's doing to the waves. I guess we're gonna see how annoying the wave thing is. So she's doing the thing where she's knocking off waves. Like, it's not even good here. You know why it's not good? Because they're already pushed up that far. Like, why are we knocking waves off the line? Like, get out of cat form, bestie. She's not cooking right now. Right now, not cooking. Like, it means that the other wave's odd. I mean, she is stun locking Vindicta, to be fair. Vindicta is like, what's going on? And that is worth something. Why aren't they just shooting the patron? They're like all diving their base. Is the Sapphire high key throwing here? They haven't even knocked down patron, no? Am I insane? So she's like distracting them, gets hit with the knockdown. She has debuff remover. 4 knockdown, I guess. And bombs. Honestly, fortitude in this build is kind of funny too. Hits herself with the barrier. Slow down because she's getting shot at. Pops the carpet. Knocking waves off the line. 1, 2, 3. Tries to dip. She does have Amber scrambling right now. But honestly, if you're Amber here, ignore her, go farm your jungle. Like, so she's knocking the waves off again. It just basically means that the waves are always auto-pushed towards Amber, right? Which isn't even necessarily bad. Like, it's bad while you have objectives up, but without objectives, it just means you get to auto-farm them. If you're doing this to pressure objectives, pressure the jungle, then, like, fair enough. But otherwise, it's just a 5v6. Like, I think there is a smart way to use this strat, but I do not think how this Calico is using it is the smart way to use this strat. And again, I don't think they're losing because of this strat. This is just a strat that's happening while they're losing. I could be insane, but I think it's just the Viper and the Haze are giga-fed. Like, honestly, this is kind of good for Amber team. Can't you cleanse that if you wanted? Because they just get waves for free, and they don't need to push out. Like, I honestly think that this Calico strat is extending the game. Because it's making the fact that, okay, at this point with mid-boss and urn up, the strat can be useful. She's doing fuck all, man. You're not doing a damn thing. You can see she's lowest soul value in the game, not taking part in a single fight. It is funny because you can kind of go rat in the alcove after, if you want. Like, there's a lot of ways you can rat doing this strat. Yeah, that was not your best work. I don't think it's making that big of a difference. I don't think her impact is that much. I think she's actively extending the game right now. Like, I see this working if, like, Amber Hand is way ahead, and they want to push and they don't have any waves to push. Like, that could be annoying. But if your team is ahead, this strat is not good. So she's knocking them off the lines. Kind of misses it for some. Gonna try and catch them with the carpet. No, it doesn't pop carpet here. Just run it around. I do like the sprinting away from Mokro as fast as humanly possible. So at this point, knocking them off the line, like, is preventing, like, pressure from going through towards her team with the rejuve. So I don't mind it here, and you're absorbing whoever wants to try and catch you, namely the Mokro here.
Catch me if you can.
I mean, it's kind of funny. Admittedly, it's kind of funny. And she's just sitting there as a cat, man. Other team's fighting. Like, go help your team, psycho. You're just knocking them off the line. Knocking them off the line. I do think carpet should be enough. Does she have cooldown reduction? Duration extender, torment pulse, carpet, spirit armor, sure. Yeah, she does have improved cooldown. Like, I think cooldown would be big so that you can catch more of the waves. Because ideally, you're not only doing this, but you're also going to, like, catch one of the waves, too. But that might make it easier for you to get caught. Like, in this spot, I think she's playing correct. Just hiding. The Bebop does not... They don't know. They're looking for her. They're looking for her. I mean, this is annoying. Admittedly, it's annoying. I bet you she knows real well when every minion wave is going to spawn. It is every 30 seconds. I just don't know which 30 seconds. So here, presumably, she's creating pressure for her teammate to do earn, or for her team to do earn. I say presumably, but like, they're winning. But I think they're winning in spite of this, not because of this. Like, the waves are weird, don't get me wrong. Like, Bebop's trying to push right now, but he's got like a weird, like, his waves are coming in a weird timing. But I don't know if Bebop should be trying to solo push right now either, because of that. Okay, so they caught it. She got caught on. Wait, hold on. Did she get caught on a pipe or something? Up and down the rope is crazy work. Take me back one more. What? She's trying to help this fight? Like, I don't know why she's here. Up and down the rope is crazy. Why? What is she doing? Is she just making room for them to escape? Honestly, if that's the player, I respect it. She's getting stun locked. She is stalling, but like, stalling for what? Bro, she gets out? No, dude. No way. Okay. If you're doing this, you need to calm that you're being a little shit. You need to calm that, hey, I'm about to die. Do not get baited by me. This is... I don't know if this strat is good, you guys. Nice to see a metal skin into this team. Pretty smart. That's some pretty... Everybody on this team should have a metal skin, by the way. Just being a freak on the... Yeah, I'm not convinced that they won because of the proxy. It created some pressure for some objectives, But in general, I think it was bad. Like, if we look at stats at the end, we can see she only has 9,000 damage dealt. So after watching the game, the strat doesn't look so good, does it? On paper, it's really interesting, but this Calico is going about it in perhaps the stupidest way possible. She doesn't start doing the strat until all the enemy walkers are dead, so the waves aren't really pressuring anything by themselves. Then any pressure she would create for mid-boss or Urn is invalidated because she never stops knocking down troopers. So any fight her team takes is automatically a 5v6. The person who made the Reddit post claims that this is super broken, win every game. But honestly, most of what Calico's doing is helping the enemy team. Farming waves is one of the best ways to get souls in Deadlock because candletroopers are worth a lot. By only doing this strat, Calico is making her waves kill the enemy team's waves. So her team is losing out on all of that farm. Then when the waves push, the enemy can just collect them for free because they're on their side of the map. I'm gonna be so honest, the person who made this Reddit post is just bad. There's 2 times during this game where what Calico was doing was actually good. One time, a bunch of enemies go to chase her and her team gets to run a free Urn. The other time, the enemy team has rejuve, so knocking down the minions stalls them out from pushing with it. But the rest of the time, she was actively useless. The post claims that the Calico doing this stalled out the game for Haze and Viper. But by the time the Calico actually starts doing this, the Haze and Viper are both 5 to 10k souls ahead of everyone on the enemy team. Only one person builds Metal Skin into the team that's basically all gun damage, and instead of trying to build to stop the actual problem in fights, Vindicta builds Knockdown for the Calico! Curse would stop her from using her movement items and her ult to get away so your team could actually catch her, plus you could use it to shut down the Viper or the Haze, but no one on your team has one! It's insane! The problem this game had nothing to do with a cat on a carpet and everything to do with Amber Hand throwing harder than an MLB pitcher. Anytime Amber got picks and had an advantage, they just wouldn't use it for an objective. At one point, Amber has a 3-person advantage while the enemy team is doing mid-boss, and they just let the other team take it. The person who made the post basically lost a 5v6 and then went to complain about it on Reddit and pretend like it was because of some unbeatable and toxic strat. Like no. Bestie, you are just bad at the video game. Like, look at this Calico's match history. She is not winning games with this. Okay, crash out about the post aside, what can you do if somebody is doing this strat to you? The answer? Ignore it. If your walkers are broken, then the extra pressure isn't really doing much but giving your team more farm. If there's an objective like Urn or mid-boss up, you should look to try to take them, because either the Calico keeps doing the strat and it's a 5v6 so you get the objective, or she stops doing this strat in order to rotate over to the fight. In the game we spectated, the Calico basically invested her entire build into movement items to be extra slippery, so even if she did rotate over, she'd be pretty useless in a fight. Her only purpose is legitimately being annoying enough to distract people. So just focus objectives, take the farm, and don't let her bait you. That is exactly what they want. If there aren't any objectives up, then you can look to kill her. Just make sure your team is on the same page so that 3 people don't get caught out trying to push, while the other 3 are trying to catch the slipperiest cat you've ever seen. If you want to try the strat yourself, I'll say be cautious. As you saw, it's actually pretty hard to pull off in a way that matters. Now, I do have to come clean about something. After watching that game, I started doing something really bad. I started playing Calico. I know, but I wanted to see if I could make this strat viable by doing it in a way that actually made sense. And you know what? I did it, but it was before the shop update. If that's something you guys want to see, let me know, but currently my plan is to get this working on the current patch and then make a video about it. So make sure to subscribe so you can see it, and maybe even drop a like while you're down there. Wish me luck, and may God have mercy on my soul.